Unfiltered show, we back at it. Unfiltered in the building. Unfiltered podcast show. It's the Unfiltered show.
Unfiltered podcast.
Unfiltered podcast. Unfiltered podcast. Unfiltered podcast. Unfiltered podcast.
What's up, Bay Area?
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered. Unfiltered. Unfiltered. Unfiltered. Unfiltered.
Are you mad?
Unfiltered podcast. We hot, nigga.
Yo, welcome back to the unbearable ass fucking podcast show. It's the Unfiltered podcast show. We back in the building.
What's happening?
Oakland, California. What up, Dre? You good, son?
Good. I ain't unbearable, but I'm fine.
I am. I'm unbearable. Fuck it. What's going on today is all fucked up. I'm unbearable. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the fucking Unfiltered podcast show. This is episode 67.
6'7".
You know what I'm saying? We in the building. We got some beautiful motherfuckers today.
J.E.
You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful as fuck, bro.
I ain't mean J.E., my little brother. Fuck that.
Don't take it back now.
Beautiful men can be beautiful, right, ladies?
Yeah, they can. Absolutely.
Hell yeah, J.E. is beautiful, man.
Own what you said, bro.
Yeah, he's beautiful, man. We got these two beautiful young ladies who have an extraordinary fucking podcast. We want to say welcome to the Unfiltered podcast show. You know what I'm
Thank you for
saying?
having us.
Thank you for
Go
having
ahead and
us.
introduce yourself.
Yeah.
My name's Carly and
Julie
We're
Prieto.
Yes.
both Prietos.
Carly and Julie.
We
Yes.
host the Hella Related podcast.
Okay.
There you go.
Bay Area natives. Our podcast, we talk a lot about what's going on in the world. We talk a lot about
Reality
dating,
TV
reality
shows.
TV, celebrity news, travel, bullshit, basically.
Oh, we talking shit tonight.
We are related. We're cousins.
Our
Sorry.
dads are
Our dads
our
are cousins.
cousins.
But we
So
grew
y'all
up
cousins.
yeah.
Okay.
We grew up living next door to each other, so we're more like
Oh, we
sisters.
got block to
Yeah.
block or something?
Basically. Until I was
Gang.
about 15, we lived next door to each
yeah.
other.
So
since
we're
she was
6 years
born.
apart.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's up? That's what's
Yeah.
up.
So we got a lot of different views because the age difference and
It
we're
ain't
just
like a 20-year gap, though. 6 years.
No,
is
6
No,
years
6
is
years
good.
not bad.
When we were like high school and then college, and then that's a big age
Yeah.
gap when we were growing up.
One's 21, one's like
Yeah. It wasn't
Who's
until
older?
yeah, it was
older?
different.
she is.
Oh,
I'm
bet.
older. I'm about to be 30.
I'm younger than Dre, so it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yo, in the building next to them is one of my good friends, one of my little brothers in the business who's been around, who's been rocking, who's from the beginning to where he's at right now. He's a kingpin. He brings every fucking group to the Bay. If it ain't for him, then you don't know what the fuck is going on. Welcome to the Unfiltered Podcast Show, J.E. What up, son? You good?
I'm good. Chilling.
Hey, what would you say that your expertise and what makes you you, bro? Like, why do we have you here today?
It's lost, but because I don't say it as much, but I'm a concierge. I'm an entertainment concierge.
Yes, sir.
It's something that I coined coming out of college. Something that an idea I created as a kid from one of my favorite movies, For Love or Money, featured starring Michael J. Fox. And that just kind of created the idea of like, man, just being the person that has what people need or wants, or even anticipating what they're gonna need and having access to it. So I just apply that to entertainment.
Would you call yourself like one of the like crazy glues of the Bay Area?
I'm the cat in the back.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember when I've been with him so long. I remember when he started. And he stuck with it. His consistency proved him different. So even when the young fuckhead motherfuckers hated on him, he still kept smashing. You know what I'm saying?
smashing.
He just kept being consistent. That's
Gotta
who it
keep
is.
smashing, even when a condom busts.
Yo, we welcome all you motherfuckers to the Unfiltered Podcast Show today. It's going to be fun. We're going to have fun.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
ladies, you guys do a hot podcast. Do you get dudes hating on you because you do have a hot podcast? Because I know
I
hella
don't
chicks be on us.
I honestly don't think
so.
I
You
don't
know,
think a lot of dudes
We
listen
had
to
a
our
dating
podcast.
episode
Okay.
recently, and honestly, we had half girls, half guys
Right.
give us questions. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
We took a bunch of questions for our dating episode for Valentine's Day on our Instagrams, like our personal Instagrams and our Hella Related Instagram, and we got a lot of questions from dudes, but I don't think a lot of dudes really do listen.
No.
I'm going to check this shit out. You ever heard that shit?
I peep.
All right. I'm coming on that motherfucker.
We've been internet friends for a while.
We have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all,
We don't know each
this
other,
is
though.
this ain't the first physical meeting, is it?
No, it is. Yeah.
Oh shit, we on some weirdo shit
Corona,
today.
Corona.
Fucking
That's the
Instagram.
world we're in right
Hey,
now.
that's
No,
the.
it is,
I know.
it is.
Hey, you like hell
You
yeah.
gotta got me
But
tuned
we've been
into
talking about
another.
collabing for a minute, having us on or you guys on or.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
been in the works
yeah.
for like a month and a half or 2 months.
No, I checked it. Y'all got the chick with got 2 million followers. She rock with y'all shit
Which one?
on your y'all mentioned that on your podcast.
The
Some-
Morning Toast Girl.
Yeah. They
Those
got
are like
mad
our
fo-
idols. That's why
yeah.
we started
Yeah.
our podcast.
Okay, cool.
basically.
So you bringing
Yeah.
that nature to what's the demographic of people that's listening to?
Well, we thought like we listen to a lot of podcasts ourselves, and there's nothing like what we do coming out of the Bay.
Okay.
So we figured we could be one of the first ones to actually do that coming out of here.
Word.
And that's what we're getting, just a lot of local love. And we've been going out for a long time. I've been, since I've been 21, so 9 years, going to clubs, knowing
Boom.
people, like all of that. Like we have a pretty good following. And then our age differences, like we
That
hit the
helps a
younger
lot.
crowd, like all her friends who just graduated college not that long ago.
Right.
And like
In between,
there's a lot of
us,
people
yeah.
that we can reach between the two of us. So we
Okay.
felt there's nothing like that around here.
I think it helps
Speak-
too that we're
yeah.
related.
Speaking of
Yeah.
clubs, you got like your foot in with a lot of this stuff, don't you? As far
Yeah,
as, like-
I mean, I just know a lot of people in the industry just
Uh-huh.
from growing up around here. Like, I've
Nice.
never left. So,
yeah. That's
a
what's
lot
up.
of my friends are bottle service girls, or like,
Yeah,
I know a
that's
lot of
true.
promoters.
Are you like in development and stuff?
I don't want to be part of the night. Like, I'm not part of the nightlife. I just like to go out and enjoy it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I did work on the new. So we have the same 9 to 5 too.
Uh-huh.
I design furniture for hotels.
Uh-huh.
That's how I make money.
Yeah, yeah.
But I designed the new Love that used to be Hue.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So as
It
a
was
side
just there
project.
A little bit of
Yeah.
like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A minute
Is that
ago.
completely new ownership?
No, same ownership
Okay,
since
cool.
Atmosphere, since it was Atmosphere.
So you
But
did
then
Call that-
somebody
call
else,
that guy.
yeah, I could give you his contact.
Yeah,
info.
not
Y'all,
that.
No.
y'all did.
Um,
Y'all
No,
both
yeah,
did like the decor and shit in there.
yeah. So I just did the whole redesign. So
That's
it's
what's up.
not
It-
insanely different, but it got a little facelift.
It looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they
It's better
hired
than it
me
was
just
before.
to like think of a concept, and we kind of ran with it. Yeah, it was a fun
Man,
project.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And y'all just redid y'all shit too, huh?
We did back in July. We did like the essentials, some aesthetic with more to come, more production stuff to come over in New Parish. But it was like, the main thing that we spent and it surprisingly took a big chunk of the remodeling budget was the restrooms, which for the longest was like one of the banes of our existence. But we still existed
Struggle.
in this space where like people hated our bathrooms, but they still came.
Right.
And they
Right.
talked shit about our bathrooms, and they still came.
You ever
So
had-
we had the thought that if we change that, they'd love it and still come.
I actually never used the bathroom at New Parish. I kind of just held it until. Yeah. But I didn't even know. I didn't even know
that
that people
bad?
was talking about
Yeah.
the bathroom.
Well, I mean,
that's
you
just
gotta
me.
think about at the
That's
core.
a famous bathroom.
Yeah, at the core.
I don't
New
like.
Parish-
I don't like missing the show.
Yeah, no,
You know?
and I get that for
Yeah.
sure. And but at the core,
I got
that
head in that
building-
bathroom.
That building is big. It's older than probably all of us together. It's existed
Yeah.
as a venue, a gathering place since the 80s. Actually since 75, 76 when it was built. Like I just recently got like some additional history from a random guest. Was like gave me the lowdown on like who originally owned the building, who built the building, and where the money came from for that. And then it's been evolving since then. So it's always been, and the purpose of it was a place in Oakland where to be entertained, and where entertainers came. Because it has a rich history of motherfuckers that's been through there.
That's what's
You know what
up,
I'm saying?
man. Yeah, man. Oakland for sure appreciates the New Parish. Like you see a lot of artists first there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that's the goal.
It's the goal. Like y'all, like before they even blow, they go to the New Parish.
Yeah. Your
Like,
first run, yeah, and that's what we want to grow and just really be known nationally and maybe even globally for is that when you make your first run to the Bay Area or Oakland and specifically, we're the place that you want to play.
Yeah.
And you want to hold off your tour until you can play our room.
And the artists talk. They have nothing but good things to say about the venue.
Like I said, we work hard at it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a mid-range club, so it's
But it's like-
then there's no competition.
Right. It's
There is none.
shit.
Who can pack at the same velocity that you can
Well,
pack?
specifically now, the competition exists from a corporate aspect and then a couple independent aspects. Now, from a corporate aspect, like over the last few years, Live Nations went out and bought mid-sized rooms.
Oh, okay.
AEG created Golden Voice, which has a lot of mid-sized rooms and greater. And then there's in this market specifically.
Who do they own in Oakland?
Who? No one.
Okay.
So that's like in the East Bay, from the corporate side, no one really. But the draw is still San Francisco.
Right.
Like when we talk to agents and everything like that, like it's actually annoying sometimes where certain artists in their routing, they'll say San Francisco, but you're playing New Parish.
Right.
You know, because there's folks who
That's because the market is bigger.
No, exactly. But I mean, it's still like they want to be in San Francisco, or they believe they need to be in San Francisco. Where if you really, it takes us having a good relationship with the agents and artists and management and people on the ground to know that actually Oakland is the side of the bay you want to be in, and that's where the transition of entertainment has really shifted this way over the last 5-7 years. Like I don't like. Me really guys like me coming up under you, San Francisco was the only place. Everything was in San Francisco, to the point where then you had drama, violence, and target that towards hip hop, where clubs in San Francisco stopped playing catering to hip hop or urban demographics, and that led to the rise and at the same time of Oakland's kind of revitalization or renaissance of getting more bars, getting more lounges, getting more clubs. The shift started to come over here. Like, and you go back 5 years, like just around the corner, like Parliament's 5-6 years old.
Yeah, everybody's. I mean, as far as black clubs, everything is popping.
7 years ago, you know, you had the staple on this side was Era, and then I'm not Era, but Air Lounge, and then they went into Era to kind of just, and then Air Lounge goes away. So it's like, you know, we've been existing for 10 years, going into 11. This January, but then you have Uptown that's there. You have all the bars that's up on Telegraph.
How do you feel about Uptown?
It's necessary.
I loved Uptown when they first got here.
And,
not so much now.
Y'all know what we talking about? Uptown?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
Oakland.
mean, as a
Been there
native
a couple
here,
times.
I mean, there was no reason in growing up here. There was no reason to be downtown. Like in my high school years, back in 98, 99, when we would kick it, it was
it didn't have no clubs here.
Yeah,
Air Lounge
you
was the
would-
first joint.
Yeah, we would go down to like Fridays, and then
Yeah,
Fridays
that was it.
disappeared once we, kids was in there dining and dashing. That was affecting their bottom line, so then that goes away. So then when like that's went away, my friends and I, we were in Berkeley, you know what I'm saying, on Telegraph and shit, or we was in Union City. That's where like we congregated, kicked it. You know, they had the movie theater. You know, you had the pizza spots in Berkeley.
All that East.
All that. So then, like, there was no kicking it in.
You went to East Bay? You went to East Bay?
No, I went down to Fresno State.
Fresno State.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, right out of high school, like that time period. And then I was at Chabot for a minute.
Yeah.
Actually, I graduated from Chabot when I was playing ball there. And before I went to Fresno State.
Where'd y'all go first when y'all was really trying to touch the scene?
Like going out at
Yeah,
night.
you're 29, so that's
Yeah.
what, that's
I mean, I
8 years.
was in the city for sure. Like,
y'all from the city or
we're from the peninsula,
Outside.
Peninsula?
a little bit
Okay.
south of the city. I grew up in South
What
City.
is that?
South
the fuck
San
is the
Francisco.
peninsula?
We
South
live by
San
the
Francisco?
We live by SFO.
You by the
San
Samoans.
Bruno.
San Bruno.
Samoans and
Bruno, that's where it
Filipinos.
is.
San Bruno.
So y'all had never had a problem with the club scene because y'all was already in it.
Yeah, I mean, when I turned 21, I think I literally celebrated my 21st birthday at Atmosphere. So like
Atmosphere.
Broadway, Polk Street.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Marina.
I never partied. I never partied in the marina before in my life. I don't think I'm.
You're not
welcome.
missing much.
I don't think I'm
Yeah,
welcome.
that's a
to
particular
college.
kind of club
Yeah.
or like a circle that if you don't have an into or you not part of, it's
Yeah, not for me.
yeah.
But when you turned 21, we were still partying in the city. I feel like now we
Yeah.
don't. Like in the last probably 2 or 3
You
years,
say
we'd
it's
much
dead
rather
out
come
there.
out
Yeah.
to
Think you
Oakland.
getting old or something? What the
No,
both of
we
y'all
just don't
fine
party
as
in the
fuck.
city. We
I mean,
party out in Oakland.
the
Where
shit-
y'all party at?
The shit
Out
is over
like,
here.
well, our girl lives right next to Hello Stranger.
Okay.
We love First Fridays, so we'll come out here
Okay.
earlier in the day, like
Okay.
Somar,
Okay.
Make Westing.
I feel like
I
it's
don't
just
know.
old in
Yeah.
San Francisco now.
Yeah.
What's
I mean,
the
it's down
new
to earth
one?
and it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
The new edition. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
New
yeah.
edition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that
Cool.
place. It's nice.
It's a new spot.
New additions
I
across
haven't
the
been
street.
over to it.
It's across the street from Hello Stranger.
Yeah, like down
Oh,
a
it
little
is across the
bit.
street?
Yeah, it's across the street.
Okay.
Basically, like right across the street from Cookies.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's like
Really?
Yeah, it's nice. Got an upstairs and an outside when you go upstairs and stuff.
What was it before?
I don't know.
Which
I
one?
gotta walk by it. When I walk by it, I'll know.
Is the Miranda still? Is that still open?
Yep,
The Miranda
I
still
think
open?
so.
So it's like around there?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
right across the street from
Well, like I
Cookies.
said, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, there's still growth opportunities from a financial standpoint
Well,
and a real estate standpoint on
stay-
this side.
It's a couple of places that are still in that's getting built right now.
Yeah.
Including DC shit that just opened up last week.
Yep. That's
Well,
all
you got a
payback.
lot of
The
like
payback.
apartment buildings going up.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no,
a
they're almost
lot
done.
of brand
Yeah.
new, like
I sit in the we've been trying to get an entertainment commission for a while. So all the a lot of the clubs and entertainment folks, we sit down with some of the city council members, and about a year and a half ago, they brought in folks from this the city planning committee, and they told us that they were by the end of this year they would have completed 24,000 residential units
Wow.
in there. So like all that
Wow.
from
It's a lot.
24,000, but is it
through
affordable?
Uptown, not
Yeah.
Uptown, but from Lake
No.
Merritt BART
Yeah.
all the way up to above where First Friday ends.
Yeah.
That's where all that housing is going to equal 24,000
Damn.
residential units.
Is
That's
it
crazy.
how do
affordable
you
though?
feel about that? Like, I'm sure it boosts your business, but at the same time, it's like
Not
gentrification.
necessarily.
Like,
It's welcoming a huge amount of gentrification, which is not horrible, but they're not taking into account of some of the issues that already exist. So, like I was a part of through I don't know, you remember from Steve Snyder and Andrew with Oakland Venue Management. They brought me in when they actually opened or started the celebration run of Uptown. So it was a huge, like, almost week-long or couple-day festival type of thing with shows and stuff when they were rededicating the Fox.
They
So-
fucked up. They fucked that deal up.
Well, I don't know all that, but I'm just saying from that, so I've been around since,
Steve Snyder know he fucked that shit up.
I don't know,
I'll tell the truth, nigga.
I don't know, but the point I'm
Hey
saying
Dre,
is-
when the money came, this before you niggas was
Yeah.
here. The money came they was like, yo, we gonna give 2 or 3 million to Uptown, right?
Yeah.
We was all downtown. Air Lounge was popping, right? We was all young niggas at that point in time. I remember when the bag came. Everybody bounced up there, pew, and left down here. Like it was confusing at one point. And so they gave some contracts to Sneeze and them. They went up there and tried to rattle the shit. The shit didn't work. You know it didn't work. Even though they all hired us to come up there, the shit didn't work. Gary went up there.
Well, it worked for me.
I mean, it worked for you. It worked for you independently, but as far as the culture, it didn't work.
Yeah, but
Because ain't shit up there.
But it was necessary. Well, I mean, it is. We just talked about all the stuff that just got added. So I mean, that was the gateway to that existing. Because I go back again where me growing up, or me in my years of getting out, sideshows, driving around, kicking it Friday, Saturday night, there was no reason after Fridays left. There was no reason to be in downtown Oakland.
Right.
So now, fast forward 15 years, you have not as much in the core of Jack London because there's no clubs and stuff. That never really came back. But that shifted to now there's a thing called Uptown Oakland. That didn't exist
I
15 years ago.
Uptown's it's pretty stacked.
Yeah.
It's stacked. I mean, me personally, I don't enjoy it because I don't like because I like to be like a lot more comfortable, especially when I'm drinking. So I want to be around more people that I trust, or like people that familiar faces, whatever.
Well, I
so
mean, it's still it's better than San Francisco.
it's way better. So yeah. For sure, it's better. For sure, it's better. But
I'm just saying,
Would you
like,
say-
that didn't
would you
exist.
say gentrification?
yeah.
I mean, that's coming into play now. But
Ladies,
it's
how
like-
you feel about gentrification?
I mean,
I don't give a fuck about it.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's our fault any goddamn way.
facts.
I agree.
I think it's
Facts.
our fault that we ain't buying shit.
Yeah.
And it's only so many promoters, nigga. You gotta
Yeah.
be fuck being a promoter and become an owner. And when you become an owner, you own shit. When you don't own shit and you talk about people who do own shit, you ain't shit. And so gentrification is really motherfuckers who take advantage of a situation, which
what part
they
of
should.
gentrification you talking about? You talking about ownership of business? Or
I'm talking
Ownership
about
in general.
anything that what we ain't doing.
I feel like when you talk about housing, bro, like only 1% of the people can really own. So
Right.
you can't talk
Well,
about
no,
that's
yeah.
not
That's
true.
not true.
That's
That's not true.
bullshit.
Come on, bro.
Do you know how many
No,
people
that's
that
bullshit.
How many Oakland natives?
Nah,
How
nigga,
many
how
live
about
in
coming
Anaheim?
together to buy the house?
How many people?
That's what black people
how
need
many
to do.
people with regular jobs, bro? They cannot
Man,
afford.
No,
5
no, I
niggas
mean,
can buy $1 million
This
house.
This is the result.
Is
now.
that you niggas
But
don't want to come together
none of
to
this
do
happened
shit?
overnight.
Everybody want to do their
You go
own
back-
shit.
You go
Yeah.
back 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago when West Oakland was dominated.
Yeah,
and
300,000
populated
range.
of people of color, and grandpa had bought that house, built that house, passed away. What did the kids do?
Sell it.
They
Sell the
it,
house.
yeah.
That was
They was
our
on dope.
opportunity.
Right.
That was our opportunity to wiggle.
But
What
they
we
didn't
do?
realize then what they could have
No,
had.
but also, I mean, that's the lack of understanding of education and
Yeah.
finance and all that.
Yeah.
But what they did was, and that this is just cause and effect, and this is fact, is they got a bag, and what did they do?
Get
Antioch,
away.
Dip.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Brentwood,
Dip.
They did.
On dope.
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah.
it was like, oh, I got to get my kids away from
But I say,
all this.
but I say this
all
though,
that.
like everybody, most of the people that I know that moved to Antioch, Pittsburgh, and shit, they damn near own their shit. They own it. They just
No,
don't.
no,
They
no,
don't
no.
own it. They don't own it here,
No,
but they
I'm
own.
saying-
They own their
they,
shit.
they saw that as an opportunity to
Yeah.
own that there, but
right,
they
bigger
escaped-
house outside the
But
hood.
they escaped Oakland. Big houses, big Victorian houses,
yeah.
potentially could be split up as to a triplex duplex
Yeah.
Right.
situation.
But like,
but
who
they
wants to live
left.
in Pittsburgh?
But
No
they
one.
left because they were like, "Oh, it's too hood. It's too much drama."
Right.
Yeah.
And what the folks gentrifiers come and do? They buy up the block,
Yeah.
and then they push the hood and the drama out.
And raise the price up so it's unattainable.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
but that's business. That's the cost of business. But if we could have kept it, managed and said, "Hey, don't do that over here. Don't do that over here.
True.
Don't do that on our block." But we want to keep it real, and that's my cousin in
yeah.
there.
So what I was talking about is like, okay, this all happens, right? So you cannot blame the people that's here currently trying to maintain.
Oh, no,
when-
this is a result.
Exactly. So you can't blame the people that are here currently when they got priced out. When you get priced out, you get priced out, bro. So so when you're blaming, you're trying to blame the people who got put in this situation, and people instead of people who caused the situation, like selling their parents' house or selling their family house.
That's
feel
what you
me?
call priced out.
No, it's not called.
But also,
it's
I
called.
mean-
It's called your dumbass uncle sold the house. You feel me?
But y'all was with it, though.
Exactly.
But I'm saying you was with
That's
it,
almost like being priced out.
But also, that's not knowing the game.
If you don't come together as an entrepreneur, you stupid
And
as
that's
fuck.
our-
I'm just saying, like, if you're asked out before you even put your token in to play the game, you feel me? Then it is. What
Then
it
you
is.
buy the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's generational,
I
and it's
think
like
it
you
is
can't you
generational.
can't blame all the things and all the bad stuff that your parents and your grandparents did. You should actually. I mean, that's one of actually the core of my motivation, and it's funny that I ended up in party and entertainment. It's because that's what my family is. That like the Ellises are parties, kick it. If 2 or more Ellises, somebody's going to the store and get a fit. And I saw the result of that is that I don't have any grandfathers. Everybody was raised by their grandmother and all these generational curses. And I was like, all right, well, I don't know exactly what to do, but if I do the opposite of this, I should be all right. And that's what in being the opposite of what I was seeing, had me to let me explore and learn. And it was like, oh, it's a whole nother side of the game. And it's not all about fun and games. And
Hey.
culturally and urban folks, we too much about fun and games. Ha ha, figuring stuff out. You know, like we gonna enjoy it and make a joke of it.
I don't think young niggas is doing it together.
That too. But and also culturally,
And that's what's fucking us up.
and culturally, and y'all can speak to it because y'all are a perfect example of the other side of things. Is from a black standpoint, and that's what at the core what I can speak to is that we can't wait to get away from each other. Whereas in other cultures, they love building around each other, being around each other,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
pulling resources so that we can get more, we can attain more. Now, I'm it's not completely foreign because I've been motivated because like I said, the core of my family came in San Francisco when they relocated from the Midwest South, where I grew up with my cousins were on the block of 3rd and Revere. We had like 4 houses. One across the street,
Yeah.
across the street from
We're
each other.
Mexican. We fit as many people in one
You
house.
know,
That's who you
down
live
the
with.
street,
As many
up
people
the
to
street.
fit.
So and going up with my cousins and all that stuff like that. But again, do that exist now?
No.
Everybody done sold their house or they passed and all that. So what we were building,
You also got to
They
remember.
broke it away.
You also got to remember that in between all of that, there was a generation that was destroyed
Oh,
You
absolutely.
feel me? Like there was
Oh,
a whole
absolutely.
generation that was destroyed. So yes, there was distrust between us because of that one generation. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's just distrust. No, I don't trust my uncle. I ain't gonna be
Yeah.
with my uncle. I don't trust my uncle. My cousin.
But
my
again,
cousin
you
be.
should
My cousin be
teach-
fucking up. He'll fuck up.
That's the
I ain't doing it.
problem,
But then
though.
you got to
Yeah.
teach
But
the core
it's
of
not-
your immediate
That-
family.
that's
And
the problem.
That's the game that we not teaching.
We had an era that destroyed us and made us untrustworthy to
So
our
you,
own.
so
our own
we
family.
hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still got to. You
gotta
have
still
to
teach
break
them next
that.
kid.
You got to break.
You got
It's
next-
it's
you
no
got to-
different.
you got
The
to
next
teach
generation. The next generation is gonna be great. You know, this is the excel.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but how? But how?
You know, because
is it based off of them starting off with resources?
I feel like I
It's
feel
them
like
figuring shit out.
I feel like our people have been healing since that generation. You feel me? It's been getting better and better and better. You can tell because our kids are getting more spoiled. You feel me? Like you can.
But is that
it's-
is actually a positive
Yeah, is that a
thing?
positive
I
thing?
feel
I
like
don't
so.
know.
I feel like
I think a lot of
That's
that,
wild.
a lot of especially urban culture, black culture, they want to give their kids what they didn't have
Right.
when you should have been still giving them the stuff that you did and the hard shit and hard lessons.
Yeah.
That's for me. I grew up not materialistic, not because I didn't want to be materialistic, but my parents weren't materialistic
That's how we
like
all grew
that.
up, too.
Yeah,
But
So-
did, but did
But
your
that
parents
shit-
give you a house?
No, they did. Like I said, they gave me and that showed me what was important.
So-
and them hardworking, so that me become hardworking, I can go buy every J that I didn't have in
Yeah.
high school.
But your
Yeah.
parents
Because I-
gave you a lift.
No, and I appreciate my parents, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Other families are not doing.
Their
is they're
parents probably
giving
gave them a
everything.
lift.
They did,
Yeah.
but they
See?
also
Sure, but
would
they
never
also-
Did your
let
parents
us
give you a lift?
forget
They
where
gave
they
me
came
hard
from.
work.
Yeah.
More than a lift. They gave me
Feel
hard work.
me?
I
No, I get what
You
you're
know what I'm
saying.
saying?
I didn't have it.
I just think it's important when he says the next generation, like my son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm giving him.
But you giving them game.
I'm
and
giving him
understanding.
game, but then property go with that. So
Right.
when you turn 18, he'll go a mill. He'll go to barbershops. He'll go to ice cream
I didn't
store.
get that, but you got an opportunity.
Boom.
Hey, come work here, and you're gonna
Boom.
learn. And that's
Boom.
what
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do. So
Yeah.
in turn, I want to be in a position when I become a parent or I become a great
Yeah.
uncle or something like that. I want to be able to pass that something and gain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Resources and opportunity on, and
Hey,
that's why we're not necessarily.
If
doing
you at a
both.
point and you ain't giving a brother or a sister an opportunity to build their shit, then what the fuck? I've been building since you started. Me and Gary's job was when we saw you bubbling, we was like, we got to give J.E. this torch. It's no
And I
different how I get down with him.
Yeah. And,
Like,
and I'm the exact same way. Is that anybody want to call me and talk about anything? We can damn near do that. Like 2-3 years ago, me and Dre had many conversations about what the game was and what they, I gave him the game plan to. Hey, don't be surprised if this person does this. 'Cause that's how they get in.
Everything you said happened.
So that's what I've in my position now is I've never wanted to be a person to close off. A key to my success is I have no problem putting people on or giving them the game so you can do it faster than I did it.
every time we call him for tickets, he always gives us a ticket.
Just come to the door.
Yeah.
Just come to the door.
Ladies, y'all got to get
Okay,
with Jay. He's a
we need that
good
plug,
dude.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Being women in a hot industry, especially being from the Bay, what are your like your feelings about how hip hop has changed your life?
I mean, not necessarily hip hop, but we talk about this all the time. Like, I would hate to have a penis.
Yeah.
Like, it's in a world where
You know you
it was
fucking
not
threw
easy.
me off, right?
I'm just talking-
Fuck this guy
in
do with hip
general,
hop.
in general,
She gonna
just being a
come back.
woman
Yeah.
right now, I feel like this is the time to be a woman.
Okay.
With the whole feminist movement, I feel like
And Me Too shit.
not that
No,
part
okay,
of
not
it,
that.
not that
That's
part
not-
of
that's
it.
not
Just
culture.
being a strong, independent
Oh, yeah,
woman
yeah.
right now is hotter than ever, and I feel like that's
You think y'all too
relating
strong?
it to hip hop.
What's too strong?
I don't. Is there too strong?
There's
Shit.
an intimidation
I don't
factor.
know.
We talk about this
There's
on our dating
some
episode
chicks
about
that want to be
intimidation.
niggas.
But see, at the same time, if you got a real man, he's not gonna be intimidated. and
Right,
she
for
gonna
sure.
Be in her spot as long as she's
Yeah.
in your spot. Like I need a
Right.
boss. Like
Yeah.
I don't need a sidekick.
There is
Agreed.
an intimidation factor,
Right.
though, for sure.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But just in general, like in hip hop, I mean, even in that sense, a lot of women are on top. Like, when's the last time we had maybe Lil' Kim, but like, when's the last time we had a Cardi B, a Meg Thee Stallion, like the Hot Girl Summer, like that whole movement? We've never had something like that.
There was.
Yeah, it
Maybe
was.
some
They
Trina.
did.
I mean, it's
not
just-
at
it's
the
at that
extent.
level.
Yeah,
not
it
at the
was.
level.
Yeah.
it
Not
is.
at this level.
Not
but
at the
that,
level. it
Missy
is.
Elliott.
that gave rise
that's-
to it. But not
Yeah,
at the
but
same
Missy
time.
Elliott
Foxy
didn't
Brown.
want her
If you
body.
look, it was all
Like everybody had their time.
they had their
Yeah.
window. Whereas like
Right now, it's
boom, if you
all
look at the Billboard over the last 3 years, like
Women.
it's it's 6-7 women that's
Not only
tops
that,
in the
but
charts.
the
Yeah.
Latin music world is at its all-time
Yeah.
high right now too.
International
and I'm
music is just up.
all
at
about
time.
it.
But yesterday I was with my niggas. Yesterday I was with some of my niggas in here, and shit, we was watching some K-pop videos. Like we were just dissecting some K-pop.
Dude, that shit is so big.
It's so
huge.
I,
It's
because
so
K-pop.
big.
I don't
K-pop.
even realize
It's some
that.
shit you won't be into, bro. But we was trying to look at it. It was
There's
like
some money in it if you can do a show.
right.
Yeah.
It's bro.
K-pop?
Because we were
K-pop,
trying
Korean.
Korean pop. So we was looking at these videos. It's like these motherfuckers is killing
They're
us.
killing it over there.
They killing us.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, it's a
Like,
cultural thing again.
well, I'm
They
just
gonna
talking about-
support.
They work harder than us.
Yeah.
They work
Yeah,
you can see it in the
1000%.
video. Like they do like a one take Jake video. And it's just like 100 niggas doing choreography, and they choreography is sharp.
Well,
as
they the
fuck.
new niggas.
That's honestly
They do
something
it.
with the whole
I mean,
Asian culture though,
yeah.
because
Well,
we work.
if they gonna do something,
Our job is
they gonna
based
do
in
it.
China,
Yeah.
and like the Asian work ethic in general is unmatched.
Right.
They work
So-
6 days
It's
a
like
week.
no other.
given.
They just don't have no
Like-
rhythm.
Nah, they
Well,
got
see-
rhythm.
They do.
They got-
But they do.
They
That's
really
why
do.
it's called
BTS?
K-pop.
They
No,
do.
no,
No,
we're-
they
got
do though.
different
Nigga,
They
the
do.
only
They
reason
do.
why
That
I'm
shit ain't no
And
rhythm
no, no,
They
no,
don't
no,
dance like
Nah.
we do over here.
No, no,
shaking
no.
like
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, see, that's you.
mean,
That's you
can't-
and your bias.
You can't teach height.
Tyranny.
Oh my god.
You can't teach height, blood. I'm just telling you how I feel.
How many
See,
Asian
that's how
niggas
you
got
feel, but it ain't the
right
truth.
on this
I don't
block?
have none.
Exactly.
On this block?
On this block.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What's that mean?
I'm just saying.
Your
They run
bias.
the block and they run the block and they run their
I mean, I get it.
They're about to run everything.
Yeah, they run the world.
Hey, I sold this building for 3.9. I get it.
Hey.
We criticize the wrong things. We like, they ain't got rhythm, but they got money.
No,
Nigga,
I'm not.
if
All I'm
and
saying is they ain't got
gonna
no
work
rhythm.
together.
Who?
I'm just saying.
You can say that about some
Hey,
of us,
blood,
though.
I
Bruh,
think
these
True.
you know what I
these
think?
niggas ain't world
Same thing.
superstars because they ain't got no rhythm.
No,
Hey,
No, I'm
that
just saying
world
we-
superstars because somebody likes them. I
No,
get that.
no.
A lot of
Nigga,
people like
nigga,
that.
the
Yeah,
only-
that's
bro,
cool.
but they
And then
say-
that sways everything else.
That don't mean they got rhythm.
Beyond that, the reason why I'm bringing this up because me and my dude sat here in fucking awe looking at these motherfuckers kill they motherfucking shit. I'm trying to think like who do we have? It's 7 niggas in the group. There ain't no leader. There ain't no
No,
leader.
we don't have that
No.
They
here.
don't have no
Yeah.
leader.
don't
have
Yeah,
that.
we ain't got that.
There's always a
I'm
leader
talking
over
about-
here.
That's 'cause it ain't no soul.
Nigga,
That's
nigga,
because
every
Americans
single
like that
dude,
clout so
every
much.
every
For
single
sure.
dude in the group is just as talented as the next.
Exactly.
And
No
all
soul.
all
Robots.
We've never had a group over here like
They
that.
robots,
No.
blood.
bruh, and I'm
But, like,
telling
the
you
They
this,
thing-
taught to robot.
and that's
No
your
soul.
and that's your bias, and
Do
it's
you-
kind of it's your bias, and it's kind of racist.
Yeah.
But
All I'm saying
kinda
is no
racist.
soul.
but these
little bit.
like
Just a little
BTS,
bit.
but-
No soul.
So we watching BTS video. BTS
Yes.
is the #1 group in the world.
Yeah.
The whole world.
I get that.
You
They
feel me?
favorite. I
As
know
Americans,
that.
So
we're
basically,
so
like what you
entitled.
saying ain't shit
Yeah.
because numbers don't lie.
Hey,
We
And
think
your
we
bias-
run
but
the
your- and your
world,
bias
and like
do.
we're so
Hey,
small
man.
compared to the rest of the world.
I
like,
get it.
Right.
The amount of percentages of
So,
people
you know
who
what?
love
So I had to
BTS,
check.
like,
I had to check it out for
we
myself.
should want to be like them then. Fuck
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
But
That's-
you don't.
That's what. That's
That's
No.
exactly
You
what.
and
don't.
that's what Jay's point was. He was looking at like, let's analyze and figure it out.
Like,
again,
what- I'm trying to figure out
everything
why
in
is
life
he doing
is a
differently?
formula.
Right.
Right.
Why is these niggas #1? I had
Yeah.
to look for myself. And
people
then
like
me,
got the numbers.
me and my niggas, we all niggas, and we looking at we like this.
You looking
shit.
at niggas.
We like this shit is like because ain't nothing in America like this. Ain't nothing in America
No.
like
No.
this.
Well, America's
No.
only
Right.
Yeah, we quicker than that shit. They
I'm just
amazed
saying,
by
we so
anything
big.
you do, blood.
Bruh.
Have you ever been to China? Go to China and see how they look at you.
Bruh, you just
They
got-
want to touch you
I just-
like
I
you was
just-
a
I
fucking
just-
monkey.
China.
Well, the way
I go a couple
Shit,
times
I've
a
been
year,
there a couple times.
and I swear to God, my ego goes up every time I go to China because they
They thought
lightweight
you
things
was
like
the
your
Jesus,
celebrity.
let me
didn't
say
they?
this
Yeah,
though. Let me
like
say this.
I
That's
might
what
as
I'm
well
saying.
wear
Bro, when's the
Kardashian
last
walking
time?
around
When's the
Hong
last
Kong.
time you seen people faint over artists? You ain't seen
Never.
that shit. You ain't seen that shit.
Not in a long time.
NSYNC
Yeah.
or the Beatles, right? These motherfuckers step
Maybe
in the
Justin
arena.
Bieber.
These
Yeah,
motherfuckers
maybe
step in the
Justin
arena.
Bieber.
I'm talking about the whole front of the stadium fall on their ass.
Hey, man, I
Well,
get it.
That's entertainment. And
Yeah.
that's what
Right.
I enjoy.
Like
I
hysteria,
is that
nigga.
Yeah.
people want to find something to be attached to. People, as human nature, want to be a part of something bigger than yourself.
You don't remember the 5 heartbeats? You hate that girl screaming at
That's
them.
what I
Don't
said.
forget.
That was old.
Man,
That was old.
Don't you remember, man? 5 heartbeats, Sammy Davis.
That's why I said, when's the last time?
Heartbeats is a
I said, when's the
man.
last time you seen it? You ain't seen this shit since B2K, NSYNC. You feel me?
Backstreet
Yeah,
Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
People want that.
Hey,
You
I
know,
want
people
to
seek
be
after it.
Backstreet Boys too. Shit, I
That's
wouldn't
what I'm
give
saying.
a
Not
fuck.
now.
Like, these motherfuckers is #1. I had to see for myself. At first I doubted it. I'm like, K-pop, ugh. And then I looked. I was like, okay, I understand. This shit's hot.
Well,
I don't understand a word
Don't
they
be
saying.
bumping no
Right,
K-pop in
but
the
I'm
truck,
not gonna say
bud.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna bump it.
You better not
But
be
nigga,
bumping no
they
K-pop.
You become a fan of the business.
they live
And
performance. I respected the shit
You
out
better-
of it, bro.
Did you watch
Hey,
the Grammy performance
I watched
with
the- I watched the
Little
performance.
Nas X?
I'm gonna turn my videographer into a K-pop artist.
I watched
would be big.
I watched a performance on SNL.
Oh,
yeah, me too.
So they
it was-
performed with Little Nas X and Diplo.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of them.
on the Grammys.
That's
I-
my
it was
favorite
actually
rapper
amazing.
right
killed
now,
it.
Lil
Lil
Nas
Nas
X.
Yeah.
I completely I doubted the movement.
The world is fucked up right now.
Don't say that, bro. You gonna get us.
I just said my favorite rapper is Lil Nas X. The world is fucked up. Welcome to the Unfiltered Podcast Show. We got to give love to Smokeland. This
About
is
to
our
get
sponsor.
Demonetized.
You know what I'm saying?
God damn, man.
Smokeland is our sponsor. Thank you very much. I'm the only one smoking, so fuck it. I'm hot. That's all I had to say.
Man, have y'all ever dated in the nightlife scene?
Who you fuck? You ever fuck somebody famous? That's the question.
I said dated.
I want to know if you
No.
fuck somebody
No.
famous.
I said dated.
No.
It's complete. It's two one night
You
stand.
fine as hell. You ain't fuck nobody famous.
A one night stand and dating is
Come
completely
on.
No.
different.
I don't care if he held. Did he buy you some?
I think I don't know. Dating's a strong word. I haven't really dated somebody in
Have
probably
you-
5 years.
Okay, who was a fuck boy? You have to tell me one.
There's
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
star.
I don't want to spell.
Spell his
but
name
I
backwards.
think I'm not the one to. I'm not
Jay,
the one
he
to
has
be
fucked
dating
a lot
somebody in the
of
nightlife
entertainers.
industry.
What?
I don't think so.
None.
I told you, we're
No.
Latina. We're way too fucking jealous and crazy for all that. Like I'm a
Yeah,
pop
you
up
ever
at
dated
your
a Latina
event.
chick?
Not for me.
Shit.
What'd you think?
Yeah, that's why I was
Yeah, we're
asking.
crazy.
I was like, have you guys ever dated in nightlife? Like, you can't take dating someone who actually works in the industry or anything.
Or just
It
in an
depends.
industry who has to deal with a lot of people and has to like
You
be
mean
friendly
women?
to people. A lot of women. Exactly.
No. You jealous.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah.
You
I'm sure
you
you've
ever
had
dated
That
problems.
nigga fuck
Yeah.
that shit. That nigga will
don't
fuck
shit when you eat.
anything.
Facts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That nigga's a kappa, nigga.
Hey, that's, man, I gotta
Shit.
hold myself in check for the sake of the business and the brand. That was something else I observed.
That means
Yeah.
he fucks after they're done working.
Yeah, you never
Is
date.
that
You never
a
date.
lot of people would have to go bad on them.
Yeah.
And again, you don't want a group of girls being mad at you and not wanting to support your event because of how you and they homegirl situation.
I heard Doja
end.
Cat thought you was fine.
Hey, I was not Doja Cat.
So would I.
But she's not.
Shit.
I mean, she's bigger than me, so it's good. I'm a small fish to that.
She's
You know what I'm
bigger.
saying?
Yeah. What you saying?
Check out Doja Cat.
Yeah, I
April
think that's
15 at
different.
Warfield.
There you go.
After party to be announced soon.
There you go.
I
I
told
mean,
you.
you can't choose who you fall in love with. If you fell in love with somebody in the nightlife
Love.
industry, who you decide to like or whatever, you don't decide that. But I just think it's an extra layer of difficulty on a relationship.
Yeah, I made a
Whatever.
mistake. I dated someone in the industry before. It's not fun.
And how
Yeah.
long did
It's
it
not
last?
fun. It's just,
What's her
I
name?
ain't saying. Shut
Why?
up. Shut the fuck up.
What's her name? What's her fucking name?
I mean,
We
it
live.
could be
We
done.
Call her
live,
ass
y'all.
out.
We live, y'all. We live.
I dated
So
hella
like you said, you're
famous
a
motherfuckers.
concierge. Like you have to be friendly to people. Like you.
But if you was dating Jay, you would stab him.
Well, no, see,
It'll be on and
but see,
popping.
It depends.
At
It's
the
all about
same
communication.
time,
It's all about
you have to be
communication.
you got to be strategic. So
Uh-huh.
at
And that-
any
it-
event,
it-
you
it-
wouldn't. You would assume I'm talking to every single person,
Right.
As you
was
should
based
be.
on my interaction. So
And you just telling them like you got to be cool with this.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and they would say like I'm cool
well, no,
with
I
it.
mean, nah.
Yeah, but they're
But
not.
there's a certain
But they're
extent,
not.
yeah.
It's a difficult thing.
Yeah, they
It's
say
a-
they're
it's a
telling
difficult
they're
thing.
telling themselves they have to accept it, but in their heart they're like,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
fuck this.
I'm not
Nah,
saying
you-
it couldn't
you
work.
met
I'm
me
just
the
saying I
same
don't think
way.
I'm
It'd be
the
hard.
one.
But then again,
You're
and then you tell people that, and then you expect for you to act like it's cool when you see it on their end. It's just that's a toxic relationship. Nightlife, dating in nightlife is pretty
It's
toxic.
not necessarily.
Well, it's a
toxic.
double standard. Would you date a
level
stripper?
of maturity.
Would you
I
date a
believe in
stripper?
has to
love.
be on.
Right.
Would I date a stripper?
Love.
Yeah.
Would you say a
It's
stripper?
same.
Date
It's
a
a double
stripper?
standard.
It's a double standard, for
So would
sure.
you date would you date somebody
Shit,
who has
yeah.
men
Hold on,
with
what's that?
Guys all
A
over
big
her.
titty
Would
stripper,
you
too.
be a OnlyFans boyfriend or girlfriend?
Would you?
I wouldn't give a
Would you?
fuck.
Do you know how much, man?
I hold a
especially
stripper
now,
hand.
They
The
bring like
bag is coming.
10 bands
The
a
bag
month.
is coming. Like with
Tim
this
Van.
social distance and everything.
Shit, fuck that. I'm with it.
Virtual.
He said.
Hey, bang.
He said.
Bang, I'm coaching.
He said, I do her hair.
Would you date a stripper?
I
Would
oil
I
up her
date a
booty.
stripper? A male
I'm
stripper?
handling the marketing.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Hey,
not.
I
You
No.
date a female stripper though.
Absolutely not.
It's a business. You know,
Would
walk
you-
down the
would you
street
date a
in
female
Amsterdam,
stripper?
It's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's-
but, like, you
it's
want-
global now.
I feel like I'll date someone who does a OnlyFans but not a stripper though.
You a freak.
Wait, what?
Because it's
You
always
a fucking freak.
She just in front of the
I mean,
laptop.
if you handle
You
the
a freak.
business
Yeah,
and
but,
don't
like,
cross the
knowing-
business,
Yeah,
it's
I
You
guess.
better not. You
how much
better
money
not.
in a good market. You know how much money a stripper walks out with?
I just
Every
like
night?
strippers just touch people, and I ain't cool with that.
That's what I'm
Hustlers?
They
saying.
don't have to. See, they don't have
Have you
to,
seen
though.
Hustlers?
But they will.
Seen Hustlers?
They don't. They
It's a
can.
whole nother world.
They will.
I'm-
when
I-
That's
all
the
the other
double
strippers
standard,
touching.
though. It's a double
again,
standard.
it takes a mutual maturity to
Yes,
know
agreed.
where lines are.
You don't like threesomes and shit?
That's a different
That's-
conversation.
that's the
That's
shit.
That's a different conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm business
Shit.
first, you know what I'm saying?
I might, I help her. I'd probably be in a couple of scenes. You feel me? As long as the rent's paid,
Bro.
and we got something to play with.
That makes you a whore.
Now when I'm
Bro.
fucking
But
my
you're
women,
saying you would
my
date
women.
you would date
It's my
someone
lady.
who does fan only or whatever because the bag's there. But like, what if you make your own money? So why do you care about? Like, I would never date a dude
That's
for
our
money.
money. I'm in
Right.
there
Well,
too.
no,
I wouldn't date
That's
anyone
our-
in
that's
the
our
industry
bag.
just because they make good money.
We date.
I
That's
make money,
ours.
and we're using like it's mutually beneficial because it's like from a marketing standpoint and branding, I can help you make more. So
And
that you
also
don't
think
have to
about
say-
it.
Okay.
If,
So, like,
if everybody
we
can see
make
my girl
our
naked,
bag
I want
bigger.
a piece. I want in.
That's my thing. It's like
Man, you
You
guys
ain't-
going
that's
to
what your
hell.
brand is.
Yeah, that's
Or
our
that's-
brand.
it's-
all
Say it.
y'all
That's
going to
that's
hell.
our brand.
You know what I'm
I get
saying?
it,
That's
I get
our
it.
brand.
Going to hell.
You'll
Yeah.
get money.
Yeah.
You know, I'll treat it as a
Tashiro,
client.
Nah,
you
if-
do
I
not
would
need
have
to
friends
listen to this
benefit,
shit.
Hey,
But
bro.
it's a client.
That's
At the end of the
our-
day,
that's our
it's
bag.
like, yo,
As
your
soon
job pays
as soon
for
as
our
this
trip
laptop
to
come
China.
on,
Yeah.
my job pays for
Hey,
our trip
agree,
to
okay.
China.
Hey, check this.
Okay.
As soon
Brand
as,
new
as soon as the light, as soon as this shit come on, bro, like, oh, we working? Like,
On the laptop.
what are we doing today,
I
man?
feel like that's different.
You know,
You wouldn't
it's
date a
work,
stripper
You
though.
know, let me get this lighting for
That
you.
makes you a pimp.
So my rent paid,
Damn.
and soon I'll be, and soon I'll own,
Shit.
and
Let
soon
me
I'll
smoke
own.
some more weed.
and soon we'll be homeowners.
I need a
Multiple homeowners. And, I mean,
Multiple
and
homeowners.
Yeah.
that should be the goal. And I think we get caught up into the relationship type thing. It's like we should be getting and making bags and goals.
Right.
It's like we should be owning shit, running shit, so that you can fall back. And then we on vacation all the goddamn time, baby, because we got passive income.
I ain't.
That's the
knocking
goal. So
But
it's
you
like,
have
just
to be
don't
able
be
to
no-
do that on
you
your
don't-
own.
just don't be a
before you
whore.
even-
but I'm saying, but you don't.
You can
ain't gotta be a
just
stripper.
make it all
You ain't gotta be a
business.
stripper
Just
for
make it
5-7
just
years.
make it
OnlyFans,
business.
if you
As
do the
long
bag right,
as long as it's
OnlyFans
business,
for
I ain't
2
tripping.
years, you good.
Right. If it's only business, I ain't tripping. But some girls just be like,
Turn that to an agency.
right, don't be no whore.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't-
Recruit 5 more people to be on your OnlyFans
Yeah.
page. That way,
Invest
now I'm managing.
More MacBooks.
Now I'm managing.
Yes.
Now we got a whole house. We got a
whole
house
house.
dedicated.
I got a bimbo in every room,
Money.
and her boyfriend.
Like that's always been,
And a backup.
that's always gonna be a
Tenants.
revenue stream.
Tenants.
There we go. Some guys will never have the confidence to talk to women.
We'll
but
have a
they'll
whole
watch and
we'll
bet.
have a whole OnlyFans house.
Right.
Fact.
Facts.
Shit, that's something to think of right now. Like that's what I'm
There you
sitting
go.
here thinking. No, that's what I mean. just in
OnlyFans
general-
hotel.
That no, I mean that's what I was.
That's a
talking
good
to one of
idea.
My brothers and wealth managers is like this is the time to think about more virtual entertainment.
That's where it's at.
You mean
Things that you
jacking
have.
off the porn and shit?
It's whatever your entertainment is, but folks
number
will
one.
pay for all
Fuck
that.
that
But
shit.
I'm saying in general, like
I need to touch me some
Hey,
The
booty.
porn industry is huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's like the number one.
you know
Well,
about
look
porn?
at
it's always gonna be.
look at
huge.
even like Taz's Angels.
They all hoes.
They paid
They get a lot of money.
They get brought
They
out.
make
They
good
get brought
money.
out. You know,
30
but
bands.
it's gonna be more and more. People are gonna be looking towards doing things involving less people. So it's virtual. It's on your phone. It's an app. It's the website. You're good. All I need is me and my phone. I could be anywhere.
my
Come on,
bitch.
Dre. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go buy some pussy.
No, I don't buy pussy, bro. I don't. I'm in the business.
You do. You have
I have not.
Yeah, you
Dinner.
bought some pussy.
Dinner?
some shoes.
You want to take it there, bro?
Some shoes.
Do you know me?
I mean,
Do you know me,
I
nigga?
mean, at the end of the day, everything is some type of exchange. So, it may not
Ladies, how
always
do
be
you feel
financial.
about that? You feel like you pay for the dick?
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
No.
Damn.
But would I let guys take me out?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, can't
Yeah.
do
Why
that.
she doesn't need a penis.
Yeah.
Pass on that one, buddy. All right, I'm with that. Unfiltered Podcast Show is having a great episode.
Sponsored by OnlyFans.
Right.
Sign up today.
Right.
It's
Dre will be on OnlyFans tonight.
your first month is free. Just
Yeah.
type in.
All those
type in
sites,
password.
all those streaming sites are getting all new members right now.
I was thinking really hard.
I
like,
can't go to the club and try to grab it.
how
chick.
Right.
how
what
can I
else
make
you
an
can do?
OnlyFans without
I can
ruining
talk
my
to them.
reputation?
Well, that's the whole
You
Mark
can't,
Zuckerberg
man.
effect.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people don't
I
know how to
will.
talk to
I am
people
so-
anymore.
I am
Without
determined.
Oh, no,
social
it's dope.
media.
It does
I can slide into
ripple
a DM
effect.
now.
Yeah.
Talk in front of
Easy.
right,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you
cool.
face to face. Like we
Yeah.
got a question on our dating episode of how to approach a girl at a
bar.
bar.
Throw a drink at her.
No, literally, we said
Greg
that was
gonna
our
be in
number one
jail.
answer.
Yeah.
Like
Buy a drink.
offer to buy me a drink, but like I'm much more likely to probably answer your DM than talk to you face to face.
I'll make another
100%.
nigga buy you a drink.
No, I mean that's where at the core, like to my skill set, like again, getting into parties and stuff like that. Being a member of Capital Office Science Attorney Incorporated, at the Pilot Chapter of Fresno State University, you learn the art of how to throw a successful event, and part of that was the art of hand-to-hand combat, and that is passing out flyers. Which again, in a lot of this day and age, people don't have that skill set or that social skill set. That me trying to hand this flyer to you and have to battle when you try not to take it, creating some type of dialogue and/or rapport. That if I successfully get you the flyer, or even if I unsuccessfully get you the flyer, but I see you at the event, you see that it worked, that the conversation,
Yeah.
the mentioning, and then now we have something to talk about. You didn't want to take the flyer, you end up taking the flyer. I see you here. You didn't want to take the flyer, and now we can build a rapport.
Now
Or
look at
if
your
you
dumb
didn't
ass
take the
here.
flyer, and you still came to the party. See, I told you we throw the best party. Blah blah blah. Now it's an opportunity to build a rapport.
What artist you dealt with was a dick? Who was the worst fucking client you've ever had?
Are you allowed to answer that one?
I know it's one of them raggedy ass motherfuckers.
The thing about me, I don't dwell on the negative. I don't really recall the negative.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
on to
that.
the next.
Well,
The strategically, though,
don't dwell
the
on it.
best artists, and most artists are dicks, but done right, they make it seem like the manager or the tour manager.
You
is
have
the
been
dick.
well groomed on the microphone.
So if you're gonna, if you're
Right?
gonna be a dick,
You
So that
have your
was
fucking
manager
shit.
or your tour manager.
Who
be the
was a dick?
so
Okay,
that you
okay.
don't lose fans.
Let's be more professional about this. Let's go back on this question and be like, what was your most dickish experience? You don't have to drop the name. You feel me? Because maybe one day we might blow up.
I'm a problem solver, so I can hop into a situation, analyze what you need and what you want, and that changes your demeanor and the interaction instantly.
You never had a close call where your heart was beating.
Many of
beeping,
them.
Well,
and-
that's my
Is there
sport.
anybody you'll never book again?
Man, tell us who
It's a
was
yes
the
or no. It
weakest
could be a yes or
motherfucker.
no.
Someone you'd say
See,
no to.
so
So
this
he's
is what
he's
this
gonna
is
ruin
also
his.
the
He ain't trying to ruin his
I
brand.
know.
and also this is how
As you
this-
shouldn't.
this-
They're trying to
this is how I
sabotage the
separate
nigga. This
how
our
I
nigga.
personally feel about something,
It's different.
and it relates to can it's an opportunity and money to make. I
Hey.
can separate those
Right.
two instantly.
Okay.
I don't have to like a lot of the artists.
All right, tell
I don't
me
have
y'all-
to be a
tell
fan
me-
of a lot
all
of
right, I'ma
artists,
turn the
but
camera
if
off.
it makes
Tell me.
sense to do business with them, we're gonna do
Go
business.
for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Good answer.
Or I simply sit back and wait for them to down themselves, and then there's no more opportunity to do business because no one wants. to see it.
Have you ever thrown an
That's the
artist
limit.
out of your club? Just kicked them out?
Oh, I had the best story.
There you
We
go. That's
became-
all right.
you go.
That's what we're waiting on.
We became friends.
Get my
We became
pop- let me
friends
get my
with them.
popcorn.
Who?
So, this is about 3-4 years ago now, and we're like, I'm so tight with they camp now. It's so funny. So we were doing currency at New Parish.
You had to whoop on currency?
No, I didn't have to whip on currency. Currency is just beyond chill. But and it's funny because the last 2 times he's come, we bring it back up. So I got in an altercation with Fendi P, which is part of
That was the dude who opened up for him.
yeah. So
The
that's
little
part
small
of
one?
yeah. That's part of Currency's crew.
Yeah.
So I didn't recognize who Fendi P was. I didn't know who Fendi P was. So when we're running the venue or especially controlling the doors, it's important that people have their credentials. That's how I don't know all the artists. I'm not going to remember everyone's name. I'm not going to remember everybody from Soundcheck.
So he got mad?
He got mad
'Cause you ID'd him?
I ID'd him, and I was like, "Yo, you can't keep going out this door, or you can't come in this way because you don't have a credential. Don't you know who I am? Don't you know I don't? You know what I'm saying?
Check
I don't.
his
You
ass.
know what I'm saying?
Hurt his feelings.
Where your
Check
where's your
his
credential?
ass.
So it gets to the point where it's a whole thing at the back door. My security's gonna have my back,
Hey.
His manager is gonna have his back. So his manager, as well as Currency's manager, is Musa. Salute.
The Currency's manager get mad?
Got mad. We almost got to blows because it's like, hi, you in my venue. I don't give a fuck. You visiting.
Currency
I'm
was
here.
upstairs loaded.
He was probably in the van chilling.
Chilling.
But we had this whole back and forth where it almost got physical, where him and his guys, his crew, his manager, Musa, Fendi P, some other folks, my security gonna have my back. We gonna control this back door. This is our back door. This is how it gets down. So much so that the promoter of the night, Gene Tastemaker Live, had to hop in and be like, yo, y'all, and basically was like, y'all both right. Like, I am gonna be diplomatic to a point. I'm a nigga from Oakland still. I'm gonna be professional, all that. But if you approach that line, I'm gonna reach it. And especially, I'm at home.
Right.
Like, I can call whoever I need to call. They're gonna get here faster than whoever you gonna call.
Quick.
Quick. But I don't, you don't ever want to take it there. But it almost got to that, not to that point, but it was a very heated debate between that side and our side, where the promoter had to come in and say, yo, y'all both, say, hey, if you got J.E. hot, this hot, there's a if the manager's hot, there's a reason. So y'all both are solid dudes. So let's just figure out what the reason is.
Figure out the dumbass.
That just
in the
sounds
situation.
like a whole lot of ego.
So then, and that comes into it at a particular point. But at the core, whether it's my ego or anything, I'm talking about the safety of the venue and everyone else.
No, I'm sorry, on his part. Like,
On
just
his.
show
No,
your fucking ID.
Oh, for sure. And then
Let his manager show you his ID.
And that's what you're going to come with artists, and then that's the job of the tour manager and the manager to diffuse that situation where it's like, it's my guy, hey, step back, let me talk to him. I can tell my guys, hey, step back, let me talk to him. And then as the two managers or the two bosses in the situation, all right, cool. Oh, you're vouching for both of us. Now we can have a dialogue. It's a misunderstanding. I can accept that. We can de-escalate. This is what I need for you to do. I'm down to take care of him, but I need to know who he is. I want to take care of him. And you, as his manager, I need to let you know that we want to protect him. Because, again, we don't want no one that we don't know coming in. Because they can say, I'm with blah, blah, blah. How we separate that is everyone has the proper credentials. If you got the credentials, I'm going to handle you with kid gloves. And I'm going to make sure that you're good. Because you're in my space.
Yeah.
So, we're great now. Like Moose is 2-3 inches bigger than me. But it would have went down.
You was gonna fuck up his little ass.
But also that's an important. But again, sometimes.
What's the rapper's name again?
Fendi P. He's dope. That's my guy.
You should put a picture of
There you
Fendi
go
P
with
right here.
Nah, he's good. Smack. Fendi P is a dope ass artist. Like I said.
I like Fendi P. That's the one who we saw the show.
Yeah, they're dope. But now we have that rapport now that every time he comes to Oakland, we see each other, we instantly we got a bond.
He
And
got to
knows
bow
that
down.
if you come to my house, I got you. We gonna have a dope show. And at the core, that's what artists want and need to know that the venue's got their back. So that's one of the best situations that again was handled appropriately.
Yeah.
And it became our dope because
Yeah.
that's someone I respect. And we work with consistently.
Yay!
So that if I go to New Orleans or I pop up to a show on their tour, I know I'm gonna be good as a guest, part of the crew type of situation.
I always see that your security they always ready to whip somebody's ass.
We know, bro.
And especially what I'm getting at here is I think I went to go see who's that comedian who's on SNL.
Dave Chappelle.
Oh, Che,
The Che?
Michael Che.
Yeah, and it really hit me. I'm like, every time I come to New Paris and there's problems, it's always some gentrifier. Have you noticed that they're causing way more problems than than what you're used to?
They buy tickets in advance.
You mean white folk?
Gentrifiers.
What the fuck is that?
Gentrifiers ain't got a color
They
to
sell
it.
shows out.
Yeah.
They have.
But they come to the shows and have no respect for the people
sure. And that's
the
why you
people
have
that but they have no respect for the people that they paid to see. How do you come to a comedy show and talk through the whole comedy show? So
And you kick them out and keep their money.
True. But what I've noticed from back in the day going to New Paris and you have the occasional fight, I'm seeing that less, which because you're outside fights. Anyway, so you see that back in the day, and then that came to an end. Your security's superb. Y'all stop shit before it even happens. But the problem got replaced with those others who come and just completely disrespect the artists.
I mean, that's the thing with the control chaos of events. There's always some type of something that can jump off.
Do the artists complain to you about that? Like, damn, man, I like this venue, but
Well, I
the
mean,
people here are fucking
from,
rude.
From a comedic standpoint, they know how to handle that shit themselves.
Okay.
They'll bust somebody down, break some down.
Yeah.
So it's nothing for us to do.
I saw
if it like, I mean, we've had to escort for a specific comedy thing. We had to escort people out because they didn't play within the rules, or they just continue trying to escalate it.
Yeah.
And it was like, there's a line. And there's a line for everything.
I seen to the point where the other fans just turned on them like
That too. So
yo, shut the fuck up.
Right.
and that's when a societal thing kind of changes demeanors, and that's what you hope for in events, is that, especially with shows. That's the cool thing about shows versus parties, is that shows, they're there for the collective masses are there for a specific reason. So for like doing a show, my goal is always, and I can breathe easier once the headliner is on, because that's the main reason everyone's there. So everyone's attention is focused on the stage, phones out, all that shit. And collectively, if someone's disturbing that, now you have a room. Now, security doesn't have to do things a lot of times, because you got a room full of people that you're fucking up their experience.
Yeah.
And they can turn to you, and hopefully you can be socially shamed to be like, oh shit, I don't. And most people are fine with that.
Yeah.
Then
Some people
that
ain't
folks
got no
that
shame,
don't,
though.
then that's when security has to step in and say,
Right.
hey, can we talk to you out here?
Right.
Because again, at the end of the day, at the core of an event for me is I want people to leave in a better mood in which they came. That's why people go and need to be entertained. That's why entertainment is the lane that it is that amongst all the craziness that people have to deal with in their life, they want to enjoy something. So if it's a show, it's an artist that they like or whatever, like they're coming to escape that other bullshit, and I want to make sure I want to preserve that experience so that they're happy in our intimate space. They want to return to that intimate space. They want to talk about the intimate space and get their friends and other people to come to future shit.
Yes.
So it's not just money today. It's about the money from 2, 3 weeks, months, whatever. And that's from everyone. From
When you
my
gonna buy your
staff.
own club? When you gonna jump up a notch?
I gotta
It's
find the right
time.
spot.
It's time.
I might be shifting lanes. Like
Different
first
party.
I mean, New Paris is the ideal space of being intimately big. So if I can find somewhere else, and I'm in constant conversation. And real estate is.
Is that where you
I think
going
at
next?
the
Where
end-
the fuck Jay going next? Real estate?
I don't know.
Mogul shit?
I was driving in. I was like, damn, you know what? I wonder what they're gonna talk about. Ask me about. I need like 3 more streams. I need 3 more streams of income. Towards the end of this year, I definitely want to get into the real estate game more. And I think it's gonna be hastened before the end of this year with this whole coronavirus, this social distancing. We are gonna be in a recession real soon. The Fed just announced
coming.
0% interest rate. That means it's a good time to buy shit because you're not gonna get taxed for that.
That's
shit.
true.
So, and a lot again, but also this is gonna fuck up a lot of people's money. Like people are like, even right now, like as New Paris is closed for right now, I don't have any New Paris money.
Yeah, that's hard.
Done.
Like, so,
That's crazy.
so like, and that's the funny thing about like me picking this lane of entertainment was like in a recession, good times and bad times. I'm like, people are always gonna need to be entertained.
Yeah.
A pandemic is the only thing that stops because my skill set of getting people to gather is negated because you can't gather.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got too many motherfuckers at that bitch.
So I mean, I'm just saying in general. Right now, it's not safe to gather with lots of people.
Right.
It's not responsible to do.
They
so.
said clubs 88 people and
They
less.
down less. They're down to like 50 and 35.
Yeah,
Yeah.
35
And
is
just
what I
venue.
heard.
And even with that, they want you 6 feet apart. That's not
So it's not gonna work.
that's not realistic.
It's not gonna
I ain't
work.
going out.
But I say all that to
No.
say
I'm going out.
a lot of people money is getting fucked up.
Yeah.
We going
But I
out
feel
after
like
this.
I've
It's
sat
gonna
and
go
I-
as fast as it came.
Yeah, no. But again, most Americans can't go 2-3 weeks out a paycheck.
No.
Right.
Or a week.
So-
Some
Yeah.
people live paycheck to
Gonna
So-
be
paycheck.
a lot of motherfuckers
So
selling
again-
pussy.
So now you talk about the gentrifiers. They took advantage of an opportunity. Housing, real estate, a lot of businesses are going to be in a we need cash
Yeah.
situation. And if you're in a position to cash out,
Yeah.
you have proper equity or credit scores, you
Yeah.
can leverage a lot more things in this near future than you could before.
Yeah.
And that's it's a scientific, it's a pandemic, it's all this, but it's also an economic opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, like folks from like people are buying stocks dropping low.
That's just by
And that's again the good thing about being for me specifically being entertainment. We're gonna be the fastest thing to jump back because as soon as people can feel totally comfortable to be out,
They
gonna
want to
be
go
out.
out. They
go.
want to party for sure.
And artists are losing
1000%.
fucking money.
Yeah.
I just
Tours
invested.
canceled.
I just put some money in Apple.
So
And,
you know, it's watching all those things, and now I'm gonna get some good deals for booking artists because
Yeah.
artists spend money just as quickly, and they're not financially frugal or fiscally responsible as we may think because they can afford not to be because if I'm getting 5, 10, 15 a show and I got that consecutiveness of shows, now you go through 2-3 weeks out of show, that bag's light.
Yeah, it's very.
So
light.
motherfuckers gonna be taking deals that they wouldn't have taken a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me ask this, man. With people canceling their shows, no more sports. It's fucking crazy. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
All that shit and a potential quarantine. You feel me? Who you about to quarantine with? Who you about to quarantine and chill with? And what would you bring?
That's a
OnlyFans
quarantine.
count.
Your OnlyFans? I might have, like, bro, if we get quarantined, I might have to whip that dangling out, bro. I might have to.
Man, what the fuck is you
I'm gonna
talking
have to pay some bills. But like, you know, like what, like how you gonna quarantine? How you gonna go about that? What kind of snacks you gonna have?
I'm
You feel
strategizing.
me? You feel
I'm
me?
okay
Are you
with
buying video games? Are you buying more video games?
Yeah, I bought some more videos. So yeah, that's for like in the immediate. I'm buying more video games.
More video
But
games.
also,
I know you're a video game guy.
like,
I know that. I know
I'm
that
paying
for sure.
attention to what other business and other brands are doing and what the government's going to do about that because we're in unprecedented waters. And also, I'm thinking about what business opportunity I get.
Are you buying more guns?
Huh?
Are you buying more guns?
I don't
I'll buy more
understand
bullets.
that. Why are
There's so
people
many
buying
people.
guns?
There's
Like,
a
what
place
is
down
Because
that?
the
when
street
everybody's
from
in
my
their house
house.
and you can't buy shit, then you're gonna have to take
People are
shit.
gonna take shit from people.
That's
Okay.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a gun shop
Or you,
near our house.
or you just
that,
got to
like,
protect stuff.
the
Yeah,
line
protect
has
it.
been
Line
around
out
the
the
corner
door
for
for,
like
See,
a
they're,
week.
but they're late in the game.
What
'Cause
line?
again,
True.
if you
There's
went
a
out to
gun
buy a
shop near our
gun,
house.
you have to wait 10 business days.
Yeah.
We don't know what the fuck's going to happen in 10 business
Right.
days.
You're gonna have to hit the
I
block.
got 2 handguns and 2 rifles and lots of bullets. I'm good right now.
We have to
Yeah,
work
this
from
nigga
home
JD
starting
is one of them
Monday.
weird motherfuckers, B. You got
No,
this
it's
nigga got
proactive.
ass on, son.
Niggas prepared.
Nigga got
Hey,
clay.
it's-
He on some
I
other
am,
shit.
Niggas
not
kick-
a felon.
niggas kick
I'm
doors
taking
out here.
advantage of all the opportunities that exist.
Yeah.
Like I said, my
And
background
he one of them
check passes
kids
fast.
that was in the back of the bus, and you be like, yeah, that nigga ain't. He had on like a big ass shirt with a big ass bow tie, and now that nigga got all the artillery. And I'm telling you, you can call that nigga and kill a whole school. That's just, I'm telling you, what, like for real, nigga got artillery.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I might need some toilet paper.
Proper preparation prevents
That's
poor
wild.
Yeah,
performance.
it's wild.
Yeah. Which is dumb as fuck.
Right?
How many times do you need to wash your ass?
Right.
Right?
That's the
But-
dumbest one.
but-
how you
I
picking
don't
food?
understand that
How you
at
picking?
all.
How you picking food? I mean, how you picking the
Toilet
dirt?
paper.
Toilet paper,
How you not
right.
picking food?
But see-
how you
see-
prefer to have a
but see,
clean
that-
ass over
Right.
food?
That is also a
Nigga, just take a shower.
it's a mechanism.
You're
to-
stuck in your house anyway.
You stuck in the house
Yeah.
anyway. Just take your shower.
It
You
stimulates
dirty
the
ass.
economy. So all those box stores, all those brands gonna have fucking record sales
Oh,
over
yeah.
this time period.
Yeah.
They already
Motherfuckers
have.
Who would have known
Motherfuckers are-
toilet paper?
They're spending money
Somebody-
that they don't have.
It just
Yeah.
shows you
Like-
how much we're sheep. Somebody saw one person
Oh,
buying
yeah.
hella.
Yeah.
Maybe that person didn't
But that
even.
makes like I said, we needed something to make people feel somewhat comfortable.
We're
and
idiots.
manageable.
We're idiots.
Exactly. So
We're
again,
idiots.
you're buying toilet paper. I'm buying
Hey man,
toilet.
I wouldn't
Bro.
call us idiots. I think we scared.
Bro, check this
No,
out.
but
This
Niggas
both,
are scared.
right.
They don't know what's
scared-
going on,
but
bud.
scared and uninformed.
Because some niggas
Bruh.
feel like how you feeling and how a little bro feeling, and some people are actually scared.
Terrified.
So
bro.
when
that's
so
okay.
Yeah.
And
so
that's
when
their-
and
so when
that's
media
their-
goes out there and goes, beware, you
No,
you.
and
then-
that's
and
their
then
way
they-
to try to
and then they
control
listen.
it do
And then they
something
listen
about
like
it.
Nobody
idiots.
has been at this table in jail, probably except me. So to quarantine yourself for 90 days
Ain't gonna
in
happen.
one house,
They ain't gonna have.
just imagine
It's
if
not gonna
it
be that bad.
did.
It's not gonna be
Yeah.
that bad.
It's not
You
that
say
It's not.
that, but if
Yeah.
it is, you are going to snap.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
scary,
gonna-
People
bud.
already
I'm not
are.
gonna snap.
It's
Yeah.
scary,
I feel
bud.
like-
I'm not gonna snap.
It's a
feel
scary
like-
time in the United
I
States.
have two.
We're
I have
joking.
3 locations that if shit goes bad, where I'm holding up.
Mama,
I have. Look, I know how to make it. I know how to get water.
I know
out
what
of the
Drake
air.
will be at.
I'm going to my mama's house. What you mean?
But again, you know, your mama house, you want to protect your mama's house.
We got
I got my house. I want to protect my house.
Yeah, that's
You know-
that's another reason why I want to go to
No.
my mama's house because they got artillery.
JD is
And I
saying-
need that.
So
All
I
JD
want
is
to be
saying-
prepared for whatever.
Jay is saying he
Honestly, I'm not
got
gonna
cannons at each one of his houses.
I'm not gonna stop
What
living
did-
my
what did-
life. If
what did,
that's how I
what
meant
did
to
Kevin
go
Hart
out,
say?
that's how I meant
We
to go
all are,
out.
so-
Y'all
Fuck it.
Mexican. Y'all niggas go out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, what did
Fuck it,
Kevin?
that's what-
Hella guns.
Hey, what did Kevin Hart say? That nigga's like, gun compartment. He's like, oh, you want to rob me right here in my bathroom? Gun compartment. That's that nigga J.
I feel like I drink so much alcohol. There's no way I could get coronavirus. There's no way it could live
Not
inside me.
I mean,
No.
it's
I'm so
serious and
talking.
everything, but that's like what this is exposing is how unprepared, unhealthy people
Yeah.
are, how uninformed people are,
Yeah.
and again, like I mean, and how uninsured people are.
Yeah.
All those different things. So I mean, those are the things, and even with gentrification, like people are mad about because it's exposing their faults, their shortcomings.
Right. It's like it shows how quick people are to believe shit
Yeah.
that they see on the internet.
Yeah.
Like that's
All
what
right.
baffles me.
If it does happen, you niggas will be calling me for toilet paper. I'll be
Our
calling
aunt
you
was
for a
on that
backup,
cruise
nigga,
ship.
That-
or for a
Mama
strap.
house.
Even though I got
I be at
hella
my mama
strap.
house doing
I need
OnlyFans.
Exactly. Right? I need to have value. So
We all know
right,
your
Hey,
friends.
if they turn the internet off, all you niggas
Everyone's
is fucked up.
screwed.
Man, you gonna be screaming, "Mama!" Yeah, that's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Everyone will get
So,
So
roasted.
and then when it, I
Hopefully
mean,
we don't have podcasts still.
look, but it won't be nothing. We'll be podcasting through the can. Like, it won't
We'll
be.
go back to society.
Man, I'm
has
cool.
existed and thrived to this point.
Hey,
With
man,
all these things prior to
I
this
pray
point.
for each and everybody at this table, bud. The world is at a crisis space right now. So, you know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with being human. And people need to realize that being human is being okay. And people have different feelings and accept that. Right now, it's all about love. We all got to look out for each other, no matter what size, what race you are, all this other bullshit. Right now, we all in the same boat. It's one world. It's one unity. So let's get it together because it's serious. Unfiltered Podcast Show, man. We
Amen.
want to say thank you to our
Amen.
guests.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga rapping out. I'm
You know what I'm
tired.
saying?
I don't want to talk to you no more.
They said we've been talking an hour and a half,
We
nigga.
was having fun. This nigga's
Yes,
mad because
I
he
have.
wasn't having fun.
Time flies.
I
We
like
have
y'all.
A good time.
I like y'all too.
Yeah, I enjoy having you on the on the
Thank
Hell
you
yeah.
for
Thank
having
you for
us.
having
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
it's great having you.
Y'all the smartest guests we ever had.
Really?
Right.
We
Wow,
had
that
some
says a lot
bozos.
about the guests
I like
we've
that.
had.
Yeah. You know who my emotion is? Nah, let me stop.
So my most important
That's funny. And Chewy Gomez.
I do know Chewy.
Airheads. Yo,
Your boys.
yeah, them my folks for real.
like they was-
Birds of a feather.
Like, so he's like,
No, them my boy. I can say anything with them two motherfuckers. I don't give a
feather
fuck.
flock
they
together.
shoot back though, back.
Yeah, we shoot back at each other. We've been doing that our whole lives. Unfiltered Podcast Show is dope as fuck, man. Check us out every Sunday, 3 p.m. Little bro, what's happening? What's up?
You about to go to the club.
Oh, shit.
6 feet, remember?
Hey, yo,
away.
where can they
I'm
find
grinding
y'all
on
at?
acid.
Follow us at
Hella
Hella
Related.
Related, at Killacar, at
At
Julie
Julie
Mooley
Mooley
14.
I like how they did it together. We don't never do that. Why the fuck you don't follow my lead? All right, let's try it.
Because I'm low key the leader and you don't want to give it to me.
All right. Well, then you do it then.
He is older than you, Tierney.
Dude, yeah, he is. He is the leader. I don't give a fuck. I'm so rich, I don't give a fuck.
We about to fucking wrap it up. Shout out to our sponsor, Smokeland.
Yep.
We smoking and they pay it for it.
Yes, they did.
We want to thank J.E.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
the hella related
Mark
podcast.
Jackson, that
We
was-
want to thank Tequila. We want to thank we want to thank the culture, and we want to thank the listeners, man. Thank you for listening for the podcast show. We see you next week.
Tashiro, we out, bitch.
Yeah.